The fastest corner on the circuit. Surely this can't work.
Dominic Ligner has got a sensational run outside line now, though, for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's caught back into play. Exactly. Miller's still start trouble. He's not on second and change. All of a sudden, Miller's back in play.
Can Barry do it? Big Barry's gonna do it. Big Barry!
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are in the world. We return for the Sunday Drive Racing League on a Monday, live here at the Nurburgring in Germany. I'm James Parfitt, going to be here guiding you through all the action with the one and only Mr. Dean Biggles in the booth with me this evening. Now, what we are going to do before we go any further is bring you up the current championship standings here this evening. Now, as you can see in the pros, it is Eric Chu leading the way, your winner last time out at Spa on 16 points. Jason Ludwig on 14, Rob Lau on 13, Eric Dong in 4th on 12, Tony Rodriguez on 11 in 5th, Alex Shed on 10, Sego Ma 7, Michael Gilbert 8th, Charles Ho 9 in 9th, and JB Alcabar in 10th. Now in the AMS, we have got James Namak out in front on 16, Arthur Chu 2nd, Nick Show in 3rd, Juon Namak in 4th, Rich Lee 5th, Jaime Mendoza 6th, Christopher Kim in 7th, Matthew Orpheus 8th, Alex Lee 9th, and Jacqueline Huang in 10th place. Now, Jacqueline's not here this week. She's unfortunately got herself carpal tunnel and is unable to change with both hands. Now, in the team standings, it is no soup for you. Tied at top with the Forgot to Practice team and the Mr. Merck Happy Meal team on 23, True Racing on 22, Red Bull Racing on 21, Cage in the Fear in 6th on 18, Rideshare Racing on 18, Something Clever Racing on 17, Fear in the Cage on 15, and Blackpink on 16 points. Now you've heard me talk enough. Let's bring in the one, the only, the Mr. Dean Biggles into the booth. Good evening, young sir, or good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whichever one you are. How are you?
Me, old sir, or the wise one, perhaps, on anyway. Yes, it's good to be back. It feels like it's been a long time, hasn't it, since a Sunday driving racing league, of course, with all these legends. And trust me, those liveries, my friend, they are just a crackers, aren't they? You'll catch them, of course, as we get underway for some racing. It's still a practice session. But then again, above all circuits, the Nuremberg, of course, has a history of tradition that's intertwined with the motorsports itself. It's called the Green Hell, as Sir Jackie Stewart has memorably described it, as being a thrilling and terrifying drive as an equal measure since 1927. And any event here remains one of the greatest spectacles and challenges of the motorsport calendar.
It definitely does. That is in reference as well to the full Nordschleife circuit. 154 corners on its own. It is actually 174 corners with the full circuit and the arena circuit all mixed in together. So Eric Chu there, your winner from last time at Spa as well, currently heading out. We've got about 4 minutes left of practice. Christian, welcome into the booth, and Brian as well. Thank you so much for joining us here for the Sunday Drive Racing League. And we do like to put on a Monday behind it. That's not actually the full league name. It is just Sunday Drive Racing. But, you know.
James, did you realize what, as we're seeing a little bit of moments in a couple of the cars. James, did you realize what milestone? You just posted this, and I saw this on your Twitter feed there earlier. 900 subscribers, right? And yeah, congratulations, my friend. You've been working your butt off, literally quit your day job to do this. And 900 subscribers, but believe it or not, right now, James, we're at 911, mate. 911. It's an emergency.
I know.
Calling one of the best broadcasting networks on the planet. And guess what? We're going to get to okay. We're going to get to okay. We have to get to okay before James leaves on the 27th of May. That even rhymes.
And then, you know, the thing is, he does this every single time, right? It's the 22nd of May.
22nd. But let me go with the rhyming, James. Either way, mate, you're fearing. You're going to be fearing the cage right now or something right now. You're going to be fearing some of this because I know you haven't told your wife yet. You might have to tell her because we get to 1K. Once again, I'll say this real quickly. That James will do a food podcast from Spain because you know how much he loves his food references, of course, and you'll want to see it. So hit the like and subscribe, please. And I say, James, you're getting down danger territory, my friend. Well, 89, 80,
89,
yeah, 89 to go now.
Yeah,
you're in trouble, my friend. Your wife is going to be mad at you. She's going to have to give you your cell phone.
She won't. I don't know. She was talking to my parents earlier on because I had my parents over for dinner, and she was talking to them and she was telling them what she's going to do on holiday. She's like, I've already banned him. I've literally banned him from his phone. He's not even having it. She goes, there's the safe in the room. I'm not going to tell him the combination. So once his phone goes in there, he can't get it back out again.
Yeah, but James, you know, you got to beg for forgiveness. This is the community here. There's 1,000+ subscribers here, followers, right? Loyalty. People that love the JPB Broadcasting Network here. They want to see this. They promise this, James.
Well,
You gotta do, I don't know what you have to do. Buy your missus some flowers there. Take her out to a nice romantic dinner or something, and then just sneak in the food cast a bit later.
yeah, I'll sneak it in there and watch her kill me frantically on broadcast as well.
Well, film it, please, so we can watch it for sure.
Well, you
Absolutely.
won't have to, mate. You'll hear it, I think, quite happily. I can guarantee you on that one as well. But, you know, we have entered into the 15-minute qualifying, guys. Don't forget, we do have a 60-minute race lined up after this as well. They will need to make a pit stop, okay? So they will need to pit. So that's going to throw it all up there as well when they do pit. And basically, it's going to make this racing even more interesting. But stay tuned, guys. Get your drinks, get your popcorn in, because this is going to be incredible. As I say, we are at round 2 here at... Now, I got this wrong earlier on. We're actually changed from Zolder to the Nurburgring. Round 3 is at Laguna Seca in 2 weeks' time. Round 4 in Monza. Round 5 at Indianapolis. And then round 6 is the season finale at Kyalami. So put them dates in your calendar every 2 weeks from today. And you will be able to watch the Sunday Drive racing here as well on ACC. So thank you again so much for joining us. Right. Well, Biggles, we're going to start off with a tricky circuit, 16 cut turns. What are we expecting here tonight? Because, you know, it's not an easy one, is it?
Oh, rain. I don't think we're getting it at the moment. It looks like dry conditions. But,
yeah, a bit hot, I think.
You remember the Formula 1, of course, this track that everybody was aquaplaning down into turn 1? Yes, stuff like that. Exactly. That's Formula 1. Cars have a little bit heavier, a little bit more downforce per se. But yeah, James, I think going back to that one as well, I seem to skip my memory right now. Completely. No, forget it. I've lost it. But I'll bring it back later. Not sure about that. 20-something drivers we'll have on the grid. I think they've been eager, mate, after that little bit of a break and just under 11 minutes of qualifying. Oh, see how I completely avoided that question?
Well done you. Proud of you. You know what I mean? Absolutely proud of you currently at the moment. We are the best way is just to deflect it off, isn't it, really? You know, we're on board with Robert Lau currently at the moment in time here as well. He is in that Mercedes and he's currently heading round on that run down from the Bilston curve right the way down to the Vendel chicane at the end there, that left-right, before he go in to the Hyundai Uncurve at the end of the lap, or the tight hairpin at the top part of the picture. Obviously the cars we are on board with are the ones with a red dot on the track map, guys, as well. I'm hoping that Timing Tower resolves the issue very shortly once we start sitting through getting times in here. I do apologise for whatever's going on that. It's not showing everybody in order, which is a little bit bizarre, I'm not gonna lie, here this evening. So hopefully that one might settle itself down there.
We shall see. Ooh, I'm having to murder anybody's ears at the moment. But yeah, I've tried to sort the microphone. I'm murdering my ears at the moment, James. I can hear myself more than I can hear the cars. And that's not a great thing, considering the level of competition we have here in the ACC League for Sunday driving, of course, on a Monday.
Yeah, we've got Rob Lau currently on top of the 155.665 there as well. And Rich Lee in second place. Eric Dong third. Alex Shem fourth. Sego Mar fifth. Jason Ludwig sixth. Matt O'Dore seventh. Charles Ho eighth. Nick Shode ninth. Michael Gilbert 10th. And Patrick Pham down in 11th place. I wonder if Tony Rodriguez is going to qualify. Never seems to. And he doesn't, does he?
He's sitting in the pit lane right now, there, James. So we're going to get out there. Come on, mate. And Mr. Rodriguez, 55 machine. You're in a Mercedes, mate. That's the safety car for Formula 1.
No,
he can do it.
No, he doesn't want to. It doesn't look like he wants to. So not entirely sure why he doesn't.
All right, James. End the stream. End the stream.
What,
he told you he doesn't go out and do a lap. That's it. That's it. We're ending it. And good luck to the rest of the drivers. We shall see you later. No, come on, Tony.
He won't. I don't know why he doesn't. Craig Jones.
Craig Jones says good morning, my friend.
Yeah, no,
it is morning in your part of the world.
Yeah, he is actually. He's in the UK right about now. He bet me, right? We were talking last night, me and Mr. Jones, and he went, I'll see you in the morning. I said, you're never, ever going to be up at 5 a.m. He was like, yeah, I will. I've got to get up anyway. I was like, all right, come in when you're up there. Come in to chat and say hello. And that's what he's done. So fair play to Craig Jones, the admin of the JPB.
Another supporter there of the JP Broadcasting Network. And we love you there, Craig. Thank you very much for that. Tony wants to start from the back there, JC. Yep, well, that's Justin's. Yeah, doesn't matter. We're not asking him to qualify pole. We're asking him to go out on the track.
No, he won't.
We're asking.
I don't know what's going on. He just generally doesn't.
I swear I'm going to get down there and go shh and deflate his tires at some point. We'll see how well he can do from the back of the field with a flat tire.
I'm going to have a go at resetting my timing software. Just bear with me and hoping this one all will work miraculously and resolve the issue with the timing tower on the left-hand side. That seems to be a bit iggly-piggly.
You got 8 minutes, James. You got 8 minutes. No problem.
It doesn't seem to be working properly. And it's still not resolved, that issue.
You know why? It's because Tony Rodriguez is still sitting in the pit road.
You reckon?
He's broken it.
Broken it, has he?
He's broken it. Yep.
Tony's broken it.
He's broken it.
Yeah, it's not really changing. I'm a little bit worried why it's not coming up and making a difference there. I'm a bit confused. Just not
probably
loving
my
it.
Pet kangaroo, mate.
Maybe.
Again, you know how it goes.
Yeah, JB Alcabar is currently top of the timing tower on a 155.485. Alex Shen in second on a 155.592. So there we go. I do have to ask a question, Craig. Why are you out of bed so early? Why are you out of bed so early?
Because he wants to see you foodcast there, and if we get 1K subscribers, you're already subscribed, I hope, there, Craig. If you're not,
I should hope Craig is.
drone strike your way.
Yeah.
Coming. I'll just send one of these GT3s your way. What do you reckon? Audi, Porsche, Mercedes, they're all looking strong. Honda. Any particular choice of car there? That's a question for you out there, Craig.
No.
What would you like to be in if you're going to be racing with these gladiators on Sunday night?
That one from Sego Mar. That's the best looking one. Honda NSX. All day.
Now, where's the fear the cage? Where's the fear the cage?
Oh,
no, that one
don't. Fear the cage. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go sleep fearing this cage. Look at that.
He was on an interview actually recently on a talk show in the United States, and I was like, there's the Nicholas. And instantly when I was watching that, I had to go straight to this Sunday Drive Racing League. By the way, James, you have racing twice in the title there. I love it. Did that as a trick just to see if anybody's going to pick up on it. It took me 10 minutes, mate.
Saying if anyone pays attention. That's what it was. Nobody clearly did, and, well, slightly disappointed.
I have a stutter.
You got a stutter, yeah. Sunday Drive Racing League. So there we go. Changed it up.
Yeah, but Nicholas was it was hyped, and he was hyped at having the Fear the Cage, of course. He did not mention that in the talk show. Even though I DM'd him and said, Nicholas, come on.
Look at that, look.
Mate, you got two. Yeah, I know.
It's just covered in it, isn't it? You know what I mean? The Rob Lau there in the Fear the Cage, it's just really quite scary. What car he...
Do you think that gives him a little bit of motivation boost, of course? Remember we got the flip of that one? So you got to go to Mr. Dong in the 69 machine. He's got the reverse of it. So he's got the green and, just like that, man. It's like, you can't get enough cage.
There's just too much cage for my liking. I'm not going to lie, too much cage. But at the top at the moment is this gentleman in the Audi, Charles Ho, on a 155.105. JB Alcabar behind him on a 155.485 there. Rob Lau, 155.522. So, should be interesting there for Charles Ho from Rideshare Racing. As I say, I am hoping that the timing tower does sort itself out after qualifying. I can't specifically say it will or not there, Biggles, but it looks like it's got...
Michael Massey was at the Australian Formula 1 GP. He'll get that. He'll run down there.
Yeah, maybe. But 4 minutes left of qualifying here before we go into the 60-minute race. And I think, when the amount of cars we've got on track this week of 24, It's definitely going to be an exciting one here this evening or this morning, wherever you are in the world, of course. Let us know where you're at. It is morning for me. It is currently the grand total of 5:10 in the morning.
I'm still a day late and a dollar short on your one, my friend, because I'm still in the 17th of April. You're on the 18th.
I am.
So, but yeah, well, James, my friend, well, I hope you're with your many experiences, of course, the 911 subscribers there is going to send the emergency, mate, because you're going to be pushing those buttons tooth and nail to try to capture this fantastic action that we're going to have of so many gladiators on the grid here. Centaurians, and if we were in Japan, I'd call them samurais, but at the moment, definitely call them, well, you know what we can call them, actually, going back to the historical period. We could call them. Was it the Roman Empire were battling with the Germans during that trying to conquer Gaul?
I wasn't alive.
Anyway. Oh, okay, yeah. So you didn't obviously study any history books at that point.
I'm not as old as you, am I?
It's the Gauls. It's the barbarians. There it is. The barbarians. That's the word I was looking for, James.
I'm just not as old as you. That's all it is.
Yeah. You obviously haven't picked up a book and read it in a while, have you, James?
No. My wife called me vintage earlier on.
Oh, she called you vintage?
Oh, yeah.
You know, you never called her vintage, otherwise you would be sleeping on the sofa for about a month.
I definitely did not call her vintage, but she called me vintage. I don't know, I didn't know really whether or not to take it as a compliment or not, to be fair. So there we go. Charles Ho's going a little bit quicker. Alex Shen is another man that is up currently on his time, about a 10.5 up at this moment in time. Chris Namak is about 3 tenths up currently on his previous lap time. Chris, of course, is on that run down into the Dunlop curb with the right-hander at the bottom of the track and pulls off. So there we go. He clearly was not happy about something. Unfortunately for him. So there we go. Brian says there is never enough cage in YouTube chat.
There's never enough cage.
There's never enough cage, is there?
Yeah, and in fact, actually, it was interesting too because he based. He's actually in a new movie as well. He's playing Dracula.
No.
So if you're not fearing the cage right now, fear the cage. You'd be sucking blood from you right now. As can't cage you lock ya? Can't cage you lock. I'm improvising.
How do you think he's going to do as Count Dracula?
He actually did quite. I think it was quite good. I mean, the man looks scary sometimes, especially on the side of these cars. So imagine what he's going to be playing that role in a movie.
Yeah,
he hasn't been doing movies in a while too. So yeah, okay. And I'm surprising, mate. That man ages well. He looks like he hasn't aged 10 years in a day, like you and me, my friend, a little bit more. Especially when your wife is referring to you as certain things. Wow.
Yeah, all right. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have said anything. How rude.
Yep. No, I'm going to hold that on to you.
Yeah,
but you know what? The main thing is right now, James, is that if you can successfully enter the pit road without doing a Dan,
yeah, poor old Dan.
You have to do that one pit stop right during the race. Qualifying's about to be over, James. Under a minute to go.
Yeah, 55 seconds to go. Sego Mar is up on his lap time currently at the moment, so it's going to be interesting to see where Sego puts this one and see if he can move up, of course, from where he is currently sitting in 13th place. So Sego Mar there on the run up into Ravenel curve, the left-hander before he goes round the Bilston curve on the right, and then that run down through Advenbargen and then down into the Vido chicane at the end of this straight. So let's see how Sego Mar gets on, and hopefully he should be good. There is a major update coming from our ACC on Wednesday. Yes, tomorrow. Yep. So get ready. If you've got get your update screens out, or if you've got really slow internet like the man in Panama, you may have to update it for a good few hours and a half.
Shots fired, man. I got fiber at the moment. Elon Musk is texting me right now going, Biggles, how do you get some high speed there?
I love how he says he's got fiber, but yeah, it takes him 3 hours to update a 450 meg file. Hey.
Yeah, that's an iRacing problem, not mine, my friend.
Oh, listen to it. Listen to it. Right.
Yeah,
so,
better than British internet, I guarantee that right now. Qualifying is over.
Anything's better than the British internet. I gotta be honest. So there we go, guys. As well, your times on the doors. Currently, we've got Charles Ho will be on pole position. I don't think anybody's going to get near him as well coming into the last few minutes. Robert Lau in second, Eric Chu third, Arthur Chu fourth, JB Alcabar fifth, Rich Lee sixth, Alex Shen seventh, James Namak eighth, Eric Dong ninth, Jason Ludwig 10th, Matt O'Dore 11th, Sego Mile 12th, Nick Show 13th, Jake Hanlon 14th, Chris Namak 15th, and then we've got Patrick Pham 16th, Michael Gilbert 17th, Gion Namak 18th, Raul Toved 19th, Christopher Kim 20th, Alex Lee 21st, Eric Santos 22nd, Thomas Vo 23rd, and then of course Tony Rodriguez, who did not qualify, is down in 24th place. So
he's disqualified, James. He's disqualified.
Well, you go and tell him.
No.
Go on, I dare you.
Tony's a lovely bloke, mate. But if I tell him not to race, I would be.
Go on, dare you.
I hit the wrong button. I would be smashing doors.
Yeah.
He would be. Somebody would be.
He would have made the best Superman. Do you reckon Nicolas Cage would have made the best Superman?
You never know until you get an actor into a certain role. Yeah. You can't be on stage. You've been on stage, James. You've been on stage yet, James. It's a whole different ballgame, mate, when you're acting
on stage,
in front of an audience.
I've been on stage.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear about it's popping up on my Twitter feed at the moment while we're just filling the void of the remaining part before you get into the race. That some crazy protesters that protested a snooker game, really? Did you see about that one?
No,
that was insane.
I did see them at the Grand National.
Jumped onto a pool table and started blowing some sort of thing off. I was like, really? Okay, anyway, James.
I know. The qualifying times have not changed as well for all the people that have just finished their laps. So we've still got Charles Ho, Rob Lau, Eric Chu, Arthur Chu, JB Akbar, Rich Lee, Alex Shen, James Namak, Eric Dong, and Jason Ludwig rounding out the top 10. So get ready for this one, guys, as we will be getting on to the next session here for this 60-minute race with a pit stop live on the JPB YouTube channel here as well with myself and Mr. Dean Biggles here with me, the Australian in Panama with so-called fibre optic.
With a castle in almost on the Wales border as well too. Like it's Hopton Castle, my friend. That's my family castle. So you can tell me, James, how many castles do you own? You live in the UK.
I own one. Castle.
Which is that castle called there, James?
The Castle de Parfitt.
Castle de Parfitt?
Yeah.
I had to Google that one, my friend. I don't think I will see if that one exists or not.
Castle de Parfitt, you'll see it. Actually, you can actually Google Chateau on the Water. That's my castle.
Chateau on the Water.
Yeah.
All right. Have you been there?
I have actually. Yeah.
Okay. How was it?
It was okay. It was okay.
Yep. Just like bricks and no roof or no wood, or would have been great back in the day, I'd imagine.
No, it was quite an interesting one. It took me ages to blow it up, and I put my son in it when I pushed him out to sea. So.
Did you have any internet?
No, it was a floaty castle.
Okay. Oh, right. Well, guess what? 2 minutes and change. They're going to load in. And it's scary, man. The fear of the cage team. There's so many of them. Look at these liveries there, James. I'll go through some of those. I'm surprised at the moment, too, why the golf livery is actually jacking the car. Why are they jacking the tyres up?
Maybe
on
because
the grid?
That timing tower did
You're
not
not allowed to do that.
Itself.
That's against the rules.
That timing tower did not reset itself because it's showing half and half, which is very bizarre. Don't understand what it's up to.
It's playing games.
It is playing games. I was hoping it was going to settle down, but clearly it decided it was not. So
it's testing you, my friend, to see if you can get to 1K broadcasting.
Maybe.
I want to see if all these once again I mentioned there barbarians make their way around 24 of those drivers. And Rodriguez, remember, starting last place, doing the first challenge. We'll see how he's going to pan out. He is in the pro class. There is different classes as well, too. You'll see in the timing tower.
Yes, there is. Pro and AMs they have gone for this year. Pros are in white. The AMs are in red. So, according to this, Charles Ho is a pro, and he is currently in first place there as well. So obviously don't be mistaken from where Charles is sitting in the middle of the timing tower. I am aware there is a slight little issue, and I am trying to resolve it, fighting fires in the background. But at the moment, not one piece of information can I find regarding why that has gone like that. It's very bizarre. But hopefully...
How bizarre.
How bizarre.
Exactly.
How bizarre.
Oh, you know that song as well, too. That's a New Zealand song. Jeez, James, we are definitely old.
Dude, what do you mean? I know I'm old, but I do know some things. I'm vintage. I know a lot.
Well, one thing, James, you get that timing tower fixed, no doubt there. 54 seconds as driver's loading. Welcome everybody, of course, in the chat there. Give us a like and subscribe there. We want to get to 1K so we get some food casts from James. James talks about food all the time. I want to see him talking about how those tapas taste or whatever the fancy restaurant he has to take his wife out into Spain, because when he has to basically, it must feel like you're going to be proposing to her again, man. The nerves would be like, by the way, I'm going to have to cast, even though I promised you I was not going to use my cell phone or have anything to do with broadcasting
whatsoever
in the time that we're having our holiday.
Yeah, if you get a message from me saying I haven't returned or I won't be returning because she's buried me or chucked me in a river in Barcelona, then you'll know why. So there we go.
No, not a bad place to go down, James. And in memory, of course, we'll do an in memory cast for you later on.
Thanks, mate. Thanks. We have planned a day out in Barcelona as well.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We are underway here. Round here from the Nurburgring. It is going to be Charles Ho on top with Rob Lau currently in second place. It looks like they have only got a quarter of a pace lap this time. Normally there is a full one, but I think we could be underway once we get round this corner ready to go. So sit back, get ready, because we're going to be underway here, I believe, as soon as they go across the start finish. I'd be very surprised if they went round for another lap. I'm just waiting for the flag bearer. There we are green. It's Charles Ho out in front. Rob Lau sitting in second. Eric Chu third. Arthur Chu fourth. Rich Lee is further back there, currently in sixth place. Alex Shen in seventh. So let's see how they all muster up the first corner. It's all bottleneck back up. You can see it there. Look at the line of curves. Somebody there, car number 49 on the grass as well. That's Jake Hallinan. Is on the grass on the inside there as well. There's a spinner there as well. Managed to get straightened out. Oh no, Jake Hallinan is round. He's round at the back end of the circuit currently in a moment for Jake Hallinan. And unfortunately for him, he has gone around, but no problem for Charles Ho. Rob Lau tucked up right behind him currently at this moment in time, Biggles. I would say everybody made it through cleanly. Poor old Jake Hallinan, not so much.
I see some witches hats, what you call them in Australia, go flying through the field, but actually it's not too bad at the moment. Bit of a challenge there for P3, P4, actually further, yeah, exactly. P2 is a bit of a challenge up the top of the time sheet at the moment there, because you have Mr. Chow and Mr. Lau going for it tooth and nail there, and a little bit further there you have Jacob there, Alcabar, and the 2020 car, and then Sheen. So yeah, I have to say, but going through that one, drive-through penalty also from this show.
So there we go, drive-through penalty. There's a move on the inside from the Mercedes to Thomas Vogt. Looks like he's already been in the wars there. A few scrapes and scrapes on his car. Whereas Tony Rodriguez currently sitting in 13th place is Mr. Rodriguez after being at the back there. Nick Show with that drive-through penalty currently at this moment in time. And also Thomas has also got a drive-through down in 21st. A lot of drive-throughs been handed out very early on here in this race, so let's keep an eye on this one. But it is Charles Ho out in front, Eric Chu in second place behind him, Rob Lau in third with 58 minutes remaining. Not too bad, to be fair, not too bad at all. Poor old Michael Gilbert is down at the back end of the field currently. Nothing showed up and seen what happened to him, but Michael Gilbert is down at the back end in 24th place. So we'll keep an eye on that one as we go here as well. Nice little battle here with JB Alcabar and Alex Shen. Shen in the Porsche, of course, trying to go round the outside through the Mercedes arena they go. And is he going to be able to get through? He doesn't really, for JB's point of view, doesn't want to really be off that line because it can make sure that Alex Shen does try and push up as well. Alex Shen doesn't want to be off that line in that Porsche, of course, with JB Alcabar in front of him because that will leave him open to Eric Dong passing his way through, Biggles.
A Porsche, of course. Yes, exactly. How do you pen that one perfectly? But look at that racing course, line and stern. And looks like mnemonic is off there, my friend. So the 22 car's gone somewhere pearl-shaped out of one of those corners. And that's to be expected, of course, with so many cars on the track there. 56 minutes are remaining in this race, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. So
contact there. That's what's caused that initial issue for John Namak. Was contact, unfortunately, and that's put him down the order. We will be back live very, very shortly with Charles Ho, Eric Chu, Rob Lau, JB Alcabar, your top 3. Shen is your top 5. So there we go. A drive-through penalty for Thomas Voss. There's Alex Shen. Yeah, JB Alcabar does look like he's got a little bit deep coming into going around the Mercedes arena. Eric Dong tucked up right behind him currently at this moment in time as well. There is Eric Dong behind. Trying to push through, coming round now on that run down into the Valvoline curve. That left-hander before we go round the Ford curve on the right. And it is currently Alex Shen with Eric Dong tucked up right behind him. JB Alcabar is in front of us. Another man as well, looks like he's under attack, is Chu here. He has got currently behind him Matt O'Dore. So it's going to be interesting to see what Matt O'Dore can achieve here and whether or not he's going to be able to get the job done on him. 54 minutes remaining here of this hour-long race with the pit stop included. Omar in chat as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Sego Mart is currently just cleared richly with Jason Ludwig tucked up right behind him as well. So Jason there trying to get past richly in front, of course. So it's going to be an interesting one to see how this one pans out here as well. See, and you wonder why he starts at the back of the grid. I swear there's super glue on his tyres or something. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he puts it in top 5, easily the top 1. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins, to be fair. Oh, stop it. Stop it. This is Sego Mart with Eric Dong on screen currently at the moment. So let's see how this one plans out here. These guys flying along nicely. Of course, Sego Mart in the Honda, Eric Dong in the Audi. As they're pushing around now. Car number 666. That's Thomas Voss doing his drive-through, I believe. He should be in the pits. There he is. Currently sitting there as well. And Sandy in YouTube chat. Hi, Sandy. Hello. Thomas Voss has been disqualified. I wonder if that's because he didn't take his drive-through within a certain amount of time. That would just be a silly way of dealing with that, unfortunately, if that is correct. But there we go. See how it all pans out. Eric Chu here. Put it in the no suit for you team. Eric currently sitting in third place for Rob Lau. So, yeah, Eric Chu, look. Eric Chu's in a nose suit for you. Yeah. I wonder if that's good. Thomas Voss is showing up as a yellow, but he's showing up as he's also in the pits as well. So I'm a bit surprised by that. But Eric Chu is pressurising Charles Ho once more coming into the Mercedes arena on this very tricky circuit. So it's going to be interesting to see what goes on here with this battle for 1, 2 and 3. Further down, there's little pockets happening. JP Alcobar driving around. Alex Shen tucked up right behind him there as well. Then we've got Arthur Chu, who's got Matt O'Dore and Eric Dong. Then we've got a 1.6 second gap back to Sego Mart. And Rich Lee here has got James Namut behind him, and Jason Ludwig with Tony Rodriguez closing. So Rodriguez is on a charge up into 13th from the back of the grid in 24th. So Rodriguez making gains. Well, it doesn't look like he's trying. He's just about to sweep past Jason Ludwig currently, as if Jason has just literally stood still. Yeah, maybe 5. I might last till lap 5. Possibly after that it might go a little bit wrong. Do you know what though, actually? ACC's... Yeah, Shen and JB Alcobar swap positions. Alex Shen's just gone up there as well. The ACC's one of the only, actually probably the only sim I've not sat in a car in. What am I doing? I don't know, Biggles. 18 broadcasts a week. What do you think I'm doing? I'm not sat down having a cup of tea, am I? Chilling out. Sometimes, mind you, I might sit and have a cup of tea and enjoy my lunch, but very rarely. Oh, Tony settled down. He's got to settle down. He's got Jason Ludwig coming up beside him now. Rodriguez is going to have the inside line. Not ideal. He's trying to make it work over James Namuk in front of him, of course. So from these guys' perspective, yeah, and one man that is getting there is Eric Chu. And there is Charles Ho, and this is a battle for the lead. And here he goes now. Eric Chu's going to try and run around the outside. Is he going to be able to make this work? Can Charles Ho get on the gas a little bit earlier coming through? Eric Chu's going to have the inside line. Going to be job done for Eric Chu. Stellar move there. Set him up the corner before. Got Charles Ho off that inside line. Ran around the outside of turn 1 and make it stuck and took the lead. So Eric Chu currently now out in front with Charles Ho. Unfortunately for Charles Ho, he's got Rob Lau behind him. Fear the Cage is under attack or attacking, I should say here. Yeah. Oh, I think James Namak is off. James Namak has gone off. We're going to have a quick look back at that one now. No, we can't. Go back a little bit further for me. No, they definitely don't seem to want to be. Yeah, we're going to try and have another go. Let's see if we can get it back. Here we go. Hopefully, we should be able to see how James goes off track. James Namak. No, not this time. Oh, there he goes. No, he just goes off completely on his own there, unfortunately. So he does go off on his own, and the 71 is Michael Gilbert, of course, driving around in 23rd position.
He's having fun, mate. It's the same position I want to be in. I sit there and just mop up on everybody else making mistakes and just clean and get some points. But you give it granted to Gilbert. He's in different strategies. He's got plenty of time, mate. 45 minutes. Battle at the front of the field, still reserving there. So Mr. O wants this one back at the moment, and if he doesn't get it done, there is a screaming Mercedes just behind him, the 420 machine. So still trying to do something about that one. Fear the cage, of course. He'd be fearing the cage if the cage gets past you or not.
Yeah.
Remember, hit the like and subscribe, guys. We're 911 subscribers at the moment, maybe a little bit more. 1K. Get to hear James talk about his fantastic food in Espanol.
You know,
but here at the moment, we are in
right?
Germany. Sorry?
You know, I might need to pre-record this and upload it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this live. I think she's going to be going mental.
Whatever, James. It was never promised whether you could do it live or not, but either way, you have to do it.
Okay.
If you get the 1K. If you get the 1K. Look at this, 3. These guys are a different class of their own, James. I'm telling you. Everybody else in this race right now might get their visas renewed because they're just flying into another track.
Yeah, these guys have got about 4-second gap over Alex Shen in 4th place here. So they're flying along quite nicely. Alex Shen has got JB right behind him and Arthur Chu. So there is Alex, there is JB, there is Arthur, of course. Arthur in that Honda. That's a beautiful, I'm not going to lie, that is a very pretty livery, that gold and purple. It reminds me, do you remember the old Castlemaine 4X livery?
Oh, James. You bring back some old memories.
Hey,
I actually worked right next to the factory. I could smell the brewery at that point. So yes, you were absolutely correct at that one, James. You get a little bit of that taste in my mouth.
Do you remember the TV advert though, where the guy's in the pub? No, he's up the tree, didn't he? They're out hiking. He goes up the tree. He goes, "Hey," and he goes, "What?" He goes, "I can see the pub from here." And it was Castlemaine 4X was the advert. There we go. Show me.
Yeah. That's right.
JB Algabar.
You don't want that many. You don't want that many X strikes, of course, in a motor race right now, do you? Because if you get too many of those, that's an off track. That means a slow down or a drive through. So, yeah, if you're talking about 4Xs, my friend.
Yeah.
Don't do it during a motor race.
No, Arthur Chu just gone past Alex Shen as well, and within a brief moment, Alex Shen has lost 2 places and is now sitting down in 6th place, of course. Further back, don't forget, we've got Rob Lee. Tony Rodriguez is now in 11th, currently set the fastest lap time of a 1:55.792 here currently in that McMurk Happy Meal that does sport mine and Biggles' faces. Well, your face, my logo on there as well. So if you look down the left-hand side by the number panel, there goes Biggles. And if I'm on the rear...
Oh, my face is on there?
Yes, did you not remember from last time we ran through it?
No, I'm old. I forgot. I'm doing some more of my CrossFit puzzles to get my... he's got it out of the corner there. Rodriguez on the power. Bing. I think that's the Biggles broadcasting power then, if that's what you're telling me.
Oh, give over. Don't take credit for Tony Rodriguez's driving.
Yeah. Thank you, Tony. It's all on me. It was me. I gave you that little 20 kilowatt boost, I'd say, coming out of the car.
The Biggles pass button. God blimey. You see what I have to listen to up here in the booth? I don't know.
Hey, you gotta wait for the drive to the drive back home, mate. We're in a what is it, about an 8-hour drive, 9-hour drive back to United Kingdom? Of course, you're home. You're gonna have to sit me riding shotgun with you.
It would have to be longer than that.
Either way, mate, you have to put up with me, so you're stuck with it.
Would it be longer?
And everybody's stuck with me right now. Give us a thumbs up in the chat if you do enjoy my casting, or if you say, Biggles, get out of here right now. We don't want to hear more James. Either way. Share the love. Or question.
Yes.
What's happening in the race currently at the moment? Well, there it is. E2 is winning this one, the 8 machine there. He's got almost getting a second gap there, so they're spreading a little bit there, James, that top 3 that was so close earlier.
Yeah, Charles O in second, Rob Lau in third. You're going to see him now. There goes Rob in the Mercedes. JB Alcabar sitting down in fourth place with Arthur Chu, who's just again cleared Alex Shen in sixth. Matador seventh. Eric Dong there in eighth. Tony Rodriguez, there he goes in ninth. Rich Lee 11th. And Jason Ludwig is down in 12th place. That is your top 12 currently at the moment. Eric Dong having a nice little tidy battle here with Matador. Once more as they go up through the Michelin curve, through the Worston curve, and then on the run down into the chicane at the end here, the NGK or the Vidal chicane, whichever one you really want to call it. It's entirely up to you. But Eric Dong trying to get on to the back of Matt
James. Eric Dong's trying to get it done. He's trying to get on. That's what I was looking for. Sorry. I was trying. Stretching.
I love the fact on Matador there is a little sentence on the bottom of his bumper. It says, if you ain't first, you're last.
Oh, you have to be close enough to read that one, yeah. And just a spoiler alert at the moment out there for everybody. These images might appear closer than what they are in the mirrors.
Yeah. Pit window is open. They've got a 20-minute pit window, of course. And it has just now officially opened, so these guys will be able to take their pit stop if
Would you go in, James? Would you go in? Would anybody gamble it right now and take an early pit stop there and try to get some clear air? Look at the track map as well, too. You can see that the drivers are fairly well spread out, but then there's basically half of this Nurburgring track that's open and available for anybody that wants to get on with it in clean air.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't, to be fair, not if you're sitting this close either, not from Arthur Chu's point of view. I'd wait for JB to bounce, go in himself, and then follow JB in and see and have a battle for the rest of the race there, I think. I don't think I'd go in just yet. I have to be honest.
I hope you're always honest, James.
Always.
The British casters always say that I have to be honest.
Well, no, I think
Tony Rodriguez is always honest, my friend. He's always honest as he's trying to make his way into the battle. Into P9, remember, Mr. Rodriguez elected to say, nah, I am not qualifying. I'll start at the rear of this grid there, and I'll make my way up to P1. One way or another.
I don't know if he'll get P1.
Well, now remember, he's doing the overtakes 2 for now, my friend. Like, you know.
Yeah, but
sucking up a Lego and vacuum cleaner, but at this point, he's now approaching faster cars, so it isn't as easy as taking candy from GT3 babies.
No, and he's got a 14-second gap to the leader, so it's going to be tough for Tony Rodriguez, I think, to be able to maintain that one. Eric Dong is trying to still clear Matt O'Dort here, as they're into the pit window, of course, signalled by the top of the screen. So let's see what Eric Dong can do. Alex Shen still battling away with Arthur Chu and JB Alcapar. These three have not really left each other alone. James Namak has just cleared Chris Namak, but that's because Chris is into the pits. Rail Tova, he is...
They're brothers, right, aren't they? Or they're related?
No, we got father, son, and uncle. You don't remember the Namak family tree, as Nick showed.
James,
on the
I'm old,
side.
mate.
has just been he's just been passed by Chris Namak. So there we go. And Rail Toba has just cleared Alex Lee in the Mercedes there as well. Yeah, James is the son.
Oh,
Chris is
the
a dad, and Juwon is the uncle.
Oh, there's 3.
Yeah, 3 Namaks.
Wow.
So we got James. Okay. No, Juwon is the uncle. Chris is the dad, and James is the son.
Okay.
All right.
So, hope you got that one at home there. Write that down in your notebook. The notes that James gave me was a little bit different on that one. He says, Biggles, pay attention.
Well,
I'm trying.
Biggles needs to pay attention, doesn't he? Chris Namak just unfortunately lost a place to Eric Santos here. So Chris is now down in 18th place there currently at the moment. Chris has been into the pits, so he should be able to get that place back when Eric goes back in, of course. But here is Alex Lee in the BMW, still chasing down Rail Toba. And see if
Did you say the BMW or the BMW?
BMW.
I'm gonna pick on you, James.
Rodriguez
I know
is
it's
in the pits.
early in the morning.
It is early in the morning for me, young sir, so behave yourself.
Yeah, Rodriguez, mate. If you're gonna start from the pit lane, you're gonna spend time in the pit lane. We're gonna actually pull the microphone out. We're gonna get a pit lane reporter down there and have a bit of a chat to you. You know what? He's probably gonna pull on the side there, mate. Probably have a coffee. Probably drive through, grab some McDonald's, come back there, and then still come back out and start slicing his way back to the field.
No, he's still in 12. He's just lost a place to Jason Ludwig currently at this moment in time. So
Chris is the son.
Chris is the son, or James is the son. I thought it was James in the
see?
son.
Uh-huh.
No.
Rely in the chat, James. They know what they're talking about.
Juwon is the uncle. James is the dad.
Oh.
And then Chris is the son.
I would not argue with the chat, but argue at the moment, Mr. Dong at the moment in P8. Battling it out. That's the 69 machine versus the 360. That's a battle for P7, James.
Yeah, here we go. Still tucked up right behind him. I told you, I think it would wait until Matt O'Donnell goes in to the pits to follow him through. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does
cage,
that.
mate.
Yeah.
He's got Nicholas on that bonnet there. That's scary. And if I was Matador, mate, forget it. Don't even look at the cage, mate. We feared it before, and we've seen it before. But just focus ahead and don't focus behind. Get the power down. Look at great angles, great camera work there. And he's got, you called it, James, he was going to pit road.
Yeah, Eric Don's going to go one more lap, of course. Eric Chu's into the pits. So he's going to go down the order. Arthur Chu did not go in. Alex Shen did not go in, neither did JB Alcabar. So you can see by the left-hand side of your timing tower with the 1 next to their number, they've still got to pit. So they've still got to pit currently at this moment in time, and then it will give it a minute once it cycles through the pit window, and then everybody will be able to get everybody's exact positions when they come out, and then we've got a straight sprint for the last, if they take it at the end, the last 20 minutes. Of course, till the end of the race there as well. Rich Lee's in, Eric Chu's in, and it's Alex Shen still up, sitting now in 5th place, but he's still got his pits to take. So don't forget on that one.
Keep an eye on Rodriguez.
Pit to take.
He's taken one of the first pit stops to the 55 machine that started. He's going down the pit straight now, and will he be able to clear some of those drivers are coming in and out of the pit road? That'll be interesting. So he's going to be around the final corner right now on the gas pedal.
Potentially he can get up into 9th here, but it depends on who he clears into the pits.
Yeah, there's 1, James, across the line. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see on the pit road. And that, the timing will upset itself. Oh, Matador's got a 30-second pit penalty. Has he gone? Matador's gone.
30 seconds.
Yeah. 30-second stop go. That's done something
pits,
wrong, speeding.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm wondering if that's speeding in the pits for Matt O'Donnell. So, but Tony Rodriguez is up behind Matt O'Donnell currently at the moment. It's stop go, 30-second penalty incoming for Matt O'Donnell. So Matt's not going to be happy about that one, but it is a nice little bump up for Tony Rodriguez be up into 10th place. Eric Chu's
come on, Matty. Block him. You know
Ain't gonna
about the
make
blue
no
flags? You've
difference.
heard James on these broadcasts before. James loves those blue flags, of course. We can talk about that too for now. James, you have to do a podcast about blue flags one day.
Oh, don't. Can you imagine?
I would tune in to watch that one. I'm sure the drivers would. Then Mr. Rodriguez at the moment is going to be thinking about it. There is no blue flags, of course, because they are racing for track position. But the only difference, of course, is that Mr. Rodriguez is well aware the Matador does have that penalty, but Matador doesn't have to yield. Anyway, the further action you got there at the moment there, James, is
Arthur Chu
Mr.
and Alex
Arthur Chu.
Shen back together once more. Still got their pit stops to take. They're dragging out this pit window as long as they can. I think they're hoping to stick as much distance between themselves and Eric Dong. However, Eric is about 3.4 seconds back there as well, and Eric Chu is a further, well, he's a 1 minute 9 back from
He's
Rob
boxed.
Lau. So yeah, but he's obviously
Just
pitted.
boxed.
Yep. So Santos,
Yep.
Gilbert, Lau, Alcabar, Chu, Shen, Dong, and Ludwig currently on your screen have not pitted. So we'll have to keep an eye.
Yeah, you
on that
mentioned
one.
it, James. The little one in the orange and the green means go. So the green means you're okay to go the rest of the race. The little one means you got to go through that little pit road there and take a drive through there. Pick up a Big Mac meal for James if you can, please, and
Do you know what,
get back onto the
You
track.
keep talking about food, mate. McDonald's breakfast is going to be looking very good about now. I'm not going to lie. When I
Well,
finish this.
Rodriguez is the one who can provide you some McDonald's breakfast, my friend, because he's got the big M on there, the golden arches.
Oh, don't. Do you know the thing is as well? I'm sure that's why Tony put it on his car. I am pretty sure that is why Tony put that on his car. Because of the amount of times we were talking about McDonald's.
Well,
last-
Tony, my
last
friend,
season.
if you want to answer that question, win the race, at least get a podium position, and then perhaps you can answer that question that James is asking you right now. But at the moment,
JP
he is,
Alcabar should be coming down the pit road. He is.
yeah.
Alex Shen there as well. Tony Rodriguez still got Matador. Don't forget Matador has got a stop-go 30-second penalty.
Yeah, Matty can hold him up. Oh, Matty, don't get too wide, my friend.
Yeah, you can
You
hold
got
him up
Mr.
for a
Rodriguez
bit, but
hunting
I
you
don't really
down.
know the benefits of what that will be, Biggles. I don't really know the benefits of holding him up. Surely it would be better from his point of view just to let him go.
Just a bit of fun, my friend. Bit of entertainment. I would do it.
We know.
I would make it. You go around the hard way, my friend. Like there's one way or another. It's not a Blondie song, but it will be. You got to get around me, my friend. I'm not going to make it easy for you.
One way or another.
Yeah, you got to. And he's doing a great job too. Manitoba is like, he's keep out the pace. He's not slouching. He's got to make Mr. Rodriguez earn that, earn that drive through McDonald's. And then as simple as that. So I have to say, because it'll play in the favor, of course, for perhaps the other driving team. And then a great exit right now. That will be Mr. Rodriguez's special there. So that'll be, yeah. He'll take him into this corner. I'd imagine right now that at this point, Mr. Matador won't be wanting to fight that as much.
No.
Tuck in
He's got
behind
the
my
inside
friend.
line if he can run him around that outside, mind you. No, he can't.
I would get the toe, James. I would steal that toe there, save some fuel, and keep on with your own. But he knows he's got a stop-go penalty, which is lurking in the back of his memory, no doubt.
Yeah.
No
Sego
doubt
Mark
right now.
with Chris Namak. Further down, your closest battles on your screen are Matador, Tony Rodriguez, Sego Mar with Chris Namak currently in front of him as well. I'm wondering when Matador will take that stop go. Alex Shen has just got the gap down to Arthur Chu to under a second. These guys have still got a pit. Look like Arthur Chu has just gone in. He has. So that's going to release Alex Shen, of course. Rob Lau still has not pitted. So Alex Shen.
No, they're boxing, James. They're boxing.
Yeah, Rob Lau's in now. So it's what's this man going to do here? He's not going to get round. I don't think he's going to clear some of them cars in front. I've got to be honest.
This is going to be very, very interesting. So you've got your little calculators out. Pay attention, of course. James used to be a teacher at school. You say, pay attention to math. So you can start crunching those numbers right now to see how that pit lane entrance and the exit will pan out for the drivers, because we're now 4 of those drivers. 2 of them now in pit road. The leader and P4.
Yeah.
I even get confused, James, and I work for NASA and on a part-time job, so
Do you? What, as a rocket scientist?
yeah, I do that for fun, but no.
Oh, he nearly missed it. Matador nearly missed it for his stop go. Where is Rodriguez? Who is he going to jump in the pits? He's got...
Oh, jump a bunch here, James.
Chu. No, it's only going to be Arthur Chu. I think the rest are out on track. I'd be very surprised if it's even Chu. He cleared Chu. Tony Rodriguez up into 6th place. Eric Chu up further up down the road. Of course, Eric just coming around the Mercedes arena. Tony just starting the entrance to the Mercedes arena. So from Tony's point of view, he's got a little bit of catching up to do there as well. JB Alcabar sitting half a second back at the moment. Sego Mar with Chris Namek still fighting away. Matt O'Dore should be doing his stop-go. He is. There is Matt. Good boy. And,
well, that's going to hurt, mate.
Oh,
yeah.
Mate,
Oof.
yeah. Anything is going to be tough.
Ted from the pit lane on the Formula 1 will be shoving his microphone in your... you got to wind the window down and Ted will be like, okay, what do you about this pit stop? Like, shut up. I know what I'm doing. So, in this 143 machine right now, the 143 machine of Mr. Robert, actually, sorry, my apologies on that one. Yeah, it is. So, Sir Charles, of the Rideshare Racing Team, it's essentially, I have to say, James, in the lead of this race with 26 minutes to go.
Yeah, Alex Shen's got a pit. Eric Dong has just come in. Charles Ho is on that back run round. He might clear Eric Dong for 2nd place here.
Maybe, yeah, maybe he's got the hairpin coming up a little bit. One of those hairpins, called the paper clip coin more than anything. So here it is, around it right now in the pit road. Where's Mr. Dong? Is he exiting the James?
No, he's going to be there for a while. I think Charles Ho's going to jump him. I wouldn't be surprised if Rob Lau got past him as well.
There it is.
Eric Chu, what are you going to be able to do? Eric Dong's on his way out. Eric Chu's going to be running down beside him.
Eric Chu's got it.
Yeah, Tony Rodriguez looks like he's going to get him as well. They're going to be close together on the exit. I think Tony's going to go through. He's now up into 5th. I think it's going to be Arthur Chu. Whether or not he's going to get Eric Dong, I don't think he is. Eric's just come out of the pits. Arthur's right behind him. So it is this battle between Eric Dong, Arthur Chu, JB Alcabar back together. Tony Rodriguez currently up into 5th place. And Sego Mar and Chris Namek are still together. And I'll say that not lightly because they are still together. But it is just still Alex Shen who has not pitted with 5 minutes of this pit window left to go.
Angelo out there says, yay. I don't know what the yay reference you're referring to, but welcome along, of course. And chatting is very much welcome here at the JP Broadcasting Network. We love it. We love to engage, don't we? Everybody in the chat there, James. And in fact, if we make any mistakes, they catch action that we don't catch. Yeah, they keep us sharp, don't they? They keep us sharp.
Yeah, Alex Shen into the pits. It's going to be where this man comes out. Charles Ho is at the bottom part of the circuit. Has Alex Shen stopped yet? Not quite. He is now. Is this going to be a master stroke, or is Charles Ho going to get him here? I think Charles Ho should get him based on the pit lane times already.
Yeah, look at Charles Ho on the track map at the moment. That's the red dot. That's the 143 machine. You can see on the screen. And look at that. So the yellow dot is what he needs to beat. The yellow dot's in the pit road right now. That is Mr. Sheen. That's the 36 machine. Now, he's coming around a final corner. And he needs to get on the power. And as soon as that yellow dot starts moving out of pit road, that means it's going to be close. And I'm pretty sure, James, it may very well be. Yeah, is Sheen still in the pit road? He's still in the pit box?
He's on his way out now, but Charles Ho has gone through and taken the lead. Is Alex Shen going to come out? He's not. He's going to get done by Rob Lau and Eric Chu. What about Tony Rodriguez? He's got to get him at the end here. Alex Shen still not out after speed limit. What about Eric Dong? Oh, Eric Dong's not going to get him this time around.
Just like that. Nothing like a pit stop to add a little bit of entertainment. Are you okay, James? Cast it down. Yeah, I got the Defebo already, my friend. 23 minutes and change to go. Everybody in this race right now, we have 23 of these barbarians, are still going. They've made their mandatory pit stop. That was one of the rules here. And now it's just game on. So whatever you've done it, whether you've gained or lost. Now it's man and woman versus machine versus track. And here it is.
Straight sprint
it's
now.
Sunday driving. On a Monday.
Yeah. Sunday drive racing on a Monday. What more could we ask for? Apart from Rob Lau and Eric Chu still battling away here for first and second currently at the moment as well. It's whether or not Rob's going to be able to get Eric. He's going to be pushing, I don't doubt, but he's got a lot to do in the Merc and in the BMW, of course. Tony Rodriguez is about 4.9 back from these guys, 10.2 from the leader. So, and Tony has got 22 minutes remaining here, Biggles, to try and make up this position here as well. So let's go number 49. That is, of course, Jake Halloran. Was involved in a little bit of an incident on lap 1, unfortunately. Did spin the car out, and unfortunately has dropped himself back down the end of the field. But Rob Lau and Eric Chu, this is where the battle's going to be here for 2nd and 3rd place.
Fearing the cage. The cage is going to be fearing you at the moment. The BMW versus the Mercedes, of course. And we all know, well, then again, also German fans would be like screaming for both of these cars, wouldn't they? Because they're both German manufacturers. The Mercedes, the 420 machine, just behind there as they make their way up into turn 1 on the loud pedal, of course. And Mr. Chu, don't you worry about the cage. It's going to be a little bit fearing. We all fear it looking at the livery, don't we there, James?
Over 2 seconds, Biggles. Reltova trying to run around the outside of Alex Lee. He's just got the job done, Reltova. He's just gained another position. And a sweeping move there around the Dunlop curb. Got the job done. Alex Lee's trying to come back up as well on him. Is he going to be able to do him again? Oh, steady, boys, steady. Rail there.
No, F-gap car, go! F-gap car, go!
Yeah, but you don't want to F-gap car and then send it off track. That's the problem for these guys. Oh, is he going to try and go now? Is Alex Lee going to try and go up the inside? Coming into the chicane, too wide. Oh,
no, he's going to drop it. Oh, they both scrub speed, James. They both made mistakes. Don't want to be doing that one. Into the final corner, going down to the main straightaway, of course. The Barney won't be waving that flag, of course, because Barney's working for iRacing and not for ACC, but they'll start on the lap there, James.
Yeah, they've still got this yellow flag in Sector 1, and it's still caused by Thomas Voss, car number 666, sitting in the pits there under yellow.
Yeah, we've been under yellow for the whole race at the moment, so I'd probably ignore that one.
Yeah, it's been under yellow. I think they are going to have to ignore it, but they're going to have to see how it goes, though. Sego Mar has finally caught up to Chris Namak as they come running into the Michelin curve.
Come on, Sega! Center on the outside! They're similar cars, remember? Similar machines, similar drivers. And here it is, bumping and grinding. Grinding is called racing and driving, isn't it, James?
Yeah, Sego Mar on the left-hand side, and Chris Namak now. They've swapped sides. It is Chris in the Red Bull Racing car. Sego Mar there from Team Up Garage, trying to battle coming in to the chicane currently at the moment. And then they're going to go around the last corner. But this is another little tidy battle, as well as Rob Lau up front, JB Alcobar. Jake Halloran is mixed up in a fight, Matt O'Dore as well. Matt, of course, with a stop-go penalty, but Sego Mar is tucked up right beside him at the moment. Is he going to be able to get him coming down into turn 1? Sego Mar in the Honda NSX. Chris Namak in the Honda NSX.
Oh, excellent. The 2 cars on the road there also battling the 2 James. So how will that pan out?
Oh, Sego's going to have the inside line, running into the Mercedes arena. Is he going to be able to get him here? This is going to be the question. And then we've got in front as well, Jason Ludwig, I believe it is. So, but they're still side by side. Sego Mar's off currently at the moment. This has been half a lap side by side from Sego Mar and Chris Namak as they're going down into the left-hander. And they're still going side by side round through Ford curve now. Can Sego keep the gas on the running down into the Dunlop curve at the end? They've just come out of side-by-side action. They spent half a lap near enough. Side-by-side, Sego Mar's going to try and look up the inside. Nothing doing here. Just for
and keep an eye for James.
Yeah.
Keep an eye for James. Just in the background, they're lurking. He's waiting for a little bit of a mistake for these drivers. I wouldn't be surprised if the Red Bull Racing driver gets sneaky on through.
Yeah, well,
you know what happens, James, when you leave your door open?
They're definitely going to get burgled. So there we go. Going to have to be a little bit careful. You don't want to have that all taken away. Your door open, your burgled, your TV, your sofa, your computer, your rig. and your position just for good health on track. Sego Mar now, still Chris Nammock. James Nammock trying to get involved as well. Of course, these guys both in the Red Bull Racing team there. It is the Sego Mar Red Bull sandwich. Sego again's trying, and he's not giving up. Mar's not giving up. He's sending it deep. Oh, he's on. Whoa, okay, he's not off. James is now going to have a go. He's like, right, let me have a crack at him, son. I'm coming through. Chris is in ahead, though. And, of course, Chris is the son of these two. As he's gonna
it's a family event now, James. It's like you're going to turn up to a Christmas meet, a Christmas Sunday lunch here on the Sunday Racing League. James, I don't know why they come up with that one, but look at this. It's a Red Bull duo. Multi-21, guys. Multi-21. Remember what Seb said. Remember what they said, the Red Bull team. You are the Red Bull Racing team. So I don't know the team orders at the moment. Christian Horner would be tapping his foot like mad.
Back marker there as well. Car number 23. That's Eric Santos. Moves out the way nicely. Thank you, Eric. You have not upset the commentator this time around. But James and Chris close together. Jake Hallinan and Rail Tova still having a go here. Jake has just gone through the number 49 car. So, wait, what? That is your boy up into
that is the best name. I saw that in the chat there, James. I was waiting for that one, isn't it? Because we had to wait, actually, for that one. What? Because so much action on the screen at the moment, the broadcasting booth here, presented by the man himself that's quit his day job to do this.
Yes, thank you very much. So, there we go. But let's see how Eric Don can get on here, whether or not he can get onto the back of Alex Shen. They're about 12.5 seconds back from your leader currently at this moment in time, with Eric Chu is in second, but it is Charles Ho out in front, got a 3.2 second gap currently. So let's see how this one works out as we go into the last 15 minutes, Biggles. Last 15 minutes. 15
minutes until launch control. Will be launching the checkered flag for one of these gladiators, of course. Sorry, so I said Barbarians is the word I was looking for.
Really do them justice.
And it started with a B. It'll end with a race win.
Nick Show, Rail Tova. Nick in the Go for livery car, of course. Rail in the... Oh, no,
James. It's like an M2 highway on a Friday night. It's just not good.
Show. Tova just went round down in the Dunlop curb there.
What do you would call that? Just
I don't know. Let's have a quick look. I think he just overshot it, I think. There is Rail Tova. I think he just overshoots this and gets on the gas a little bit too much, bit much on the loud pedal. And unfortunately spins the back end of that Merc ground currently. See, it all looks, yeah, he all looks comfortable, doesn't he? And then he just goes here. Yeah, and then he comes up now. Oh, there was. Show, yeah. Oh, blimey, who was that in the BMW? That was Alex Leadop. Yeah, but they're back together on track again, Rail Tova and Nick Show. So they're still fighting well.
Out in live pictures. And that battle for P15 is not over there yet, James.
No, about 4 attempts back currently. Could be Alex Lee, could be Nick Show, could be Rail Tova. Any one of these three are going to take this position. So we'll keep an eye on this one as we go into the last 13 minutes here. Charles Ho still out in front. Eric Chu still second. Rob Lau still third. And your boy Tony Rodriguez is in fourth. Jaime Mendoza, Nick bumped him. Yes, we have just seen that. Thank you so much for giving us that information. Much appreciated. We did just watch it back and saw the brief little bit of contact from Nick Show there on the back end of Rail Tova that sent Rail round, of course. So
it's just a Christmas card exchange.
Well,
that's all it is.
I don't know if that's going to be the question.
I'll tell you what, but join this Discord league, of course, if you want to be a part of the GD3 Sunday racing on a Monday, because it's like a fantastic bunch of blokes. You'll hear a couple of them later on in the interviews. They have a lot of fun there, James, don't they? Like, sounds almost like sometimes like Kimi Räikkönen in an interview, isn't it? Like, you know, hey, how excited are you to win the race? They're like,
Yeah,
well, yeah,
it was all right.
it was all right.
Yeah, it was all right. On the bumper with Railtover now. Nice through the chicane. Lost a little bit of time there. Nick Show, he lost 4
Oh, he's
tenths in that
definitely-
one corner. Railtover.
The different racing lines show the different speed. So he braked a little bit early there, didn't he, into that corner there, James, and then got the acceleration pedal down so much earlier, which is quite surprising. Of course, these drivers can tweak their machines for a straight line speed or perhaps a bit more cornering speed. And you could see that like on the curb there, mate, jumping on that one. It's like crisscross make you want to jump. Well, definitely Nurburgring makes you want to jump.
Song as well.
I know, James. That's why I bring it up to you, my friend.
Yeah, definitely remember that song.
Well, Van Halen makes you want to jump too, remember? Go ahead and jump. Oh, jump past that car if you want to get an overtake. That's the difference, but you can't really just do one of those like get your pull cue there and just jump the ball over there. He's actually more pressure from behind now, James, than anything, because the cage machine is fearing them. You know who's in the piloting that cage machine?
Yeah, Railtover closed the gap back up, but these guys are fighting. And as we know, traditionally, when you fight, you do end up losing time to the cars behind. Nick Shows looked at the inside, thought about it going up through the Schumacher S's, and now he's got the run up into the Michelin curve. Now he's going to go under the bridge. Thought about it again, but he is offline now. His Show.
Oh, there's 4 cars into this party now, James, too. This is going to get spicy. Forget Christian Horner. I know you love Spice Girls, but guess
Do you
what?
know what? That's your leader, I think, behind these. It is.
Yes, it is. It
Charles
is.
Ho is behind him. Blue flags, boys.
Charles, got to be careful right now. We've seen this before in endurance races, haven't we? This is not an IMSA series or any of that. It's like you gotta make your way to navigate your way around these cars that are battling. Of course, they don't want to yield their position. We won't talk about those blue flags, but here we go, James. Into the final corner. About to start a lap.
Yeah.
And this is your battle. 10 minutes of change to go, James.
These guys are not going to be out. The problem is they're battling away here. Nick Show, Alex Lee, and Railtover. And now you've got the leader and Eric Chu behind him. He's losing so much time.
Oh, no. It's going to happen. We knew it was going to happen, James. We knew it.
Eric Chu's
There's no way. You can't have a 4-car party into turn 1.
Oh, Chu's being pushed out as well. He's being pushed out. He lost the position to Rob Lau. He went in full pelt, did Eric Chu. Watch, look. He just goes and tries to send it in. Oh, Alex Lee. Really, Eric Chu. Can't do that, mate. Can't do that. I know you want to get through, but then he gets pushed out here as well from the 54 car. It was a little bit of a scrappy there. Railtover doing the job for his teammate in front. Yeah. And now, look at the man behind him. Tony Rodriguez tucked up right behind him as well. So... No, the problem for this is, right, he's got barely a second to Eric Chu, barely a second to Rob Lau, who's just up the road, and the leader is not too far in front of that either. So, from their point of view, it's going to be difficult now, because there is the leader, there is second, there is third, and there is fourth as we're coming in to the last 8 minutes. So don't go anywhere. This still could be the last to first challenge of Tony Rodriguez, and he still could get this coming into the last 8 minutes. But Eric Chu kind of almost, I want to say, set that off. Whether or not he missed his braking zone, I'm not going to answer that. I think once we get out, have a chat with him if he is, of course, coming into the booth. But yeah. Yeah, but there they are. They're all in the shop together there. Your top four. Rodriguez is going to want to clear Chew as soon as possible. He's got a little bit further back now. So he's going to want to try and go through. Tony Rodriguez, 1.8 second gap to the leader. Rob Lau's looking racy as well. Yeah, 6 minutes to go. Charles Ho, Rob Lowe, Eric Chew, Tony Rodriguez, all covered by 0.9 of a second from Charles Ho up front as well. Oh yeah, but well. Now that's car number 22. That's Nick Show in front of us. Yeah, but Nick was involved in that little battle with Rail Tova. So obviously Nick managed to come through a little bit more unharmed here as well. But these four still 1.5 back to Tony Rodriguez in fourth in that McMurk Happy Meal machine. Oh, mate, from this point, if I'm looking back at that. %25 chance of getting it correct. So there you go. Whoa, neither Jacqueline nor Jaime are driving tonight. I'm late to the party. Yeah, you are, Yuma. Where have you been? Your boy's up into fourth from starting from the back of the grid here. He's on a last to first challenge. There are your leaders in front. Jacqueline has unfortunately got carpal tunnel. She's got a wrist problem and can't drive with one hand. And no Jaime. You have to ask Jaime why he's in chat there as well. So ask Jaime why he's not racing. Well, I think you're going to be bold, but 4 minutes, I don't think so. All right, well, you go with Tony. You don't live anywhere near a McDonald's. What are you expecting? Ah, Rodriguez! Oh, no! Tony sent it in there. He sent it from so far back. He come on a FedEx machine. And unfortunately, just caught the end of it there as well. We will try and go back a little bit further. Oh, Rodriguez. Not good. No, we're just going to be, unfortunately, can't quite catch it all. No. No, definitely not. Definitely not. We've still got 23 on track. No, that problem caused an issue there because Eric Chew's in second, Rodriguez now third, Shen in fourth. I think the problem is No, Tony went to, the thing is with that, is Tony went to slow down and let him through. But Rob Lau obviously spun the wheel up. Rob again. Yeah. Christopher Kim has just sat on the side there. Yeah. So Arthur Chu making gains there as well. But your top three is now 4 seconds. Tony slowed down to allow Rob Lau to come back through, I think. And unfortunately, because obviously all the other cars were coming, Tony was like, yeah, maybe not. I'm going to get on my bike a little bit here. So I'm not quite entirely sure if he's still going to pull over and allow Rob Lau through. It'll be interesting to watch the next couple of laps because they are coming up to the end. So there we go. Oh no, says Yumna. Yeah, just as you jump into chat, your boy goes and sends it in deep into turn one. So, you know, and crashes into Rob Lau. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, look, as I say, the interesting thing about this is they're all in a chat together here, Tony and Rob. So if Tony has tried to slow down and allow Rob to go through, Tony is going to lose currently 5 positions to try and achieve that and could end up behind Rob Lau in 8th place. So it really is all going to be on Tony's conscience to see whether or not he's now going to stop and allow him to go through and take the points loss. Obviously, clearly, it was all on Tony. Tony went in deep, so deep into turn one. He went deeper than the Titanic. Shen's going to make a move. No, he's not. Yeah, that's been the last lap of the race, I believe. As Nick Show jumps out the way. Should be on the final lap. We are going to be 30 seconds and not going to get to the end this time around. There's still that yellow flag waving. Alex Shen is still tucked up behind Tony. He's not going to do him. Yeah. Charles Ho now out in front. Time is all up and done and dusted. Alex Shen, Tony Rodriguez on that run down into the left-hander of the Valvoline curve. Can Shen make any difference over this Matt Murdoch Happy Meal in front of us, driven by the man at last? He's not going to be able to send it through. I've got this hunch. Rodriguez is going to take this to the line, and then he's going to hit the brakes. Yeah, but there's a difference between, there's a difference between your conscience and what you do, because he's clearly going to be sitting there knowing that that was all on him, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. Yeah, coming towards the end of the race, Charles Ho looks like he should take this victory here this evening with Eric Chu in second place. He has done. Charles Ho wins. Eric comes across the line in second. Is it going to be Rodriguez? It is. Tony is going to finish the race in third place, so this is going to make an interesting interview when they get him in there as well. And then your leading AM is Arthur Chu, so great job by Arthur Chu there, coming across the line in first place in the AMs. And then it will be Rich Lee will be in second place here as well. And then, of course, we're going to have James Namak going to come across the line in third in the AMs. So great job from James. Third place in the AMs there. Charles Ho is your winner. Yeah. Hey, he don't owe me nothing. He owes you the McDonald's. You said that he was going to win, and then as you picked him going down the start-finish straight, he went and careered into Rob Lau. So he obviously pushed the Biggles power button and gave himself too much overspeed. Hey, no, that's all on you, bro. I'm not. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where he started. He just unfortunately sent it into the inside of somebody. Yep. Charles Ho is your winner. Eric Chu in second. Tony Rodriguez third. Alex Shen comes across the line in fourth. Eric Dong fifth. Arthur Chu sixth. JB Alcabar seventh. Rich Lee in eighth. Jason Ludwig is currently, I've got him down on ninth here on my standings, but they've got him down in 10th there. Segamar in 11th. Chris Namak 12th. Juan Namak 13th. Nick Show 14th. Michael Gilbert 15th. Ray Altova 16th. Jake Hanneland 17th. Alex Lee 19th. And then, of course, beyond that, we've got Patrick Pham in 20th place. And then James Namak, Juan Namak, sorry, in the Mercedes. Eric Santos 21st. Christopher Kim in 23rd there. Matador 24th. And Thomas Foss, who did not complete the race. So Thomas there did not complete the race. But there are your top drivers on your screen. As you know, in the Arthur Chu there as well. So we've got two Chus on the podium. Incident between 55 and 36 will be reviewed after the race, apparently. So there we go. But let's see if we're going to get any of these guys in for a chat. If they're not going to obviously have that heated, hopefully no heated exchanges going on currently. That's the last thing we want. Yeah. Yeah, we are going to start pulling the drivers in very, very shortly for a chat. Cannot hear that Dean in stream. Speak again.
You need New York. You need New York. You need New York, because.
No, I'm not in quite. Only James. Oh, well, you only need to hold us anyway. You know what I mean? You only, so
we're
see.
playing tricks of you. We know exactly what we're doing there, James, out there in the chat. So, James, well, the other James, of course, there's too many James in here. Starts with a J and ends with a S. And don't forget, everybody, we are close to 1K subscribers. So please, please, please subscribe. Get your family members to subscribe, your dog, your animals, your birds,
Right.
any pets you have.
Let's do the interviews, and I am going to start with the third place man, Mr. Rodriguez. Good evening, Tony. How are you?
I feel like I'm in the penalty box.
Oh, you know what's coming there, sir. You know what's coming.
I know.
Come on.
I do.
Hit me with
Yeah,
it.
it was my bad. I outbraked myself into T1 when Eric and myself were battling, and I just ran out of room. They cut T1, and I was like, "That's it. I got no more braking. That's it."
And poor old Rob Lau become a victim.
Yeah, I apologize to Rob. I feel bad, and the stewards will review and probably give me a penalty.
You reckon? I reckon that could be the better. Now, I am going to blame Biggles for this one, Tony, because as you were going down the start-finish straight, Biggles turned around and said, I am picking Tony Rodriguez for the win. And then, 5 seconds later, boom, down in turn 1, you go and decide that you want to commit Harry Carey.
Yeah, that's a bad call, Biggles. You gave me the curse.
So overall, though, bud, you did your last to first challenge. Didn't quite make it into first. Do you think you could have got first place?
Yeah. I mean, I was pushing pretty hard. I had really good pace in the car versus what they were doing, and yeah, I mean, all 4 of us were sucked into a battle. So it was at one point it was anybody's game basically. Charles make a mistake, Eric make a mistake. It would have been and I ended up being the mistake. So.
Yeah, getting it right for 57 minutes and then in 58 deciding that that was going to be the end of it.
So sad.
Oh, by the way, my friend, you were disqualified for the race because we spoke early at the very top of the end of the show. Of course, you can watch it all back in the stream there. We said, if you do not qualify a lap, you are disqualified.
Okay, fair enough. Fine, I'll qualify next time.
Yeah, you should qualify.
On wet weather tires, please.
Yeah.
On wet weather tires.
And obviously try and not hit anybody on the way round turn 1.
Oh man, it was rough. Oh.
Yeah, it definitely was there, bud. But look, thank you so much for coming into the booth with us this evening there, mate. Anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, gotta give a shout out to the significant other. Thanks, Yumna, for watching, and then everybody else. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Well, I will point out she was late to the party, and she did jump in just as you were going down the start-finish straight before you also went into turn 1. So technically, you could blame Yumna for your incident as well.
I will be doing that probably.
Probably not, because Yumna's going to put him on the sofa. So there we go.
Yeah, right.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much, Tony, and we look forward to catching up with you in a couple of weeks' time.
Thanks, both of you guys.
Take care. All right, let's have a chat with your AM winner this evening. Arthur Chu, welcome into the booth for the first time, sir. How are you? Arthur?
I think Arthur's still racing. Arthur, stop clicking those gear shifts. And,
I can hear him, yeah. Clicking away.
Celebrate that champagne, my friend.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yes, we can now. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Not too bad. Taking the win in the AMs.
Yeah. It was tough. It was close. I was just trying not to overheat the rears, and it ended up working out.
Yeah, definitely did there as well. You know, how was the race overall for you, though, coming, with this strong 23-car grid?
It was nerve-wracking. I didn't want to mess anything up starting so close up front, kind of letting people by who I wasn't really racing against, but at the same time trying to hold my own. So, yeah, it was a great race with Eric and JB and trying to catch up to Alex there at the end, but just didn't have the pace.
Yeah, it was. But overall, though, not a bad evening of racing. Taking the victory in the AM class, of course. Onwards and upwards, 2 weeks' time. We're going to see you back on track again. We're going off to Laguna Seca.
Absolutely. It's about, 20 miles from where I live, so hopefully I should know it well.
Well, hopefully you should there, Arthur, and hopefully we'll have a nice little tidy show in there. You and Eric, of course. Are you related to Eric?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that gets out my theory of you two being brothers. So, never mind.
There are millions of us.
Yeah, I just was making a presumption. It is what it is. But look, thank you so much for joining us here, bud, as well. Anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let you go out the booth?
I just want to thank my wife for letting me do this and making all this happen. Absolutely, to Francis. And yeah, it was a great race, and I appreciate the community and appreciate the commentaries. Thank you, guys.
Awesome stuff. Well, thank you so much, Arthur, for joining us, bud, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time.
See you then.
Take care. All right, now we're going to bring in Charles Ho, your winner. Some may say through exceptional circumstances, avoided what can only describe as a complete and utter four-car backmarker fest going down into turn one, and Tony Rodriguez doing you a massive favour there, Mr. Ho, and causing a little bit of carnage down into turn one.
Yeah, that four-car carnage into turn one with the backmarker. That was insane. And then same corner a lap later. I was stressed.
Stressed.
But, yeah, I was stressed.
Help me, my hair was falling out and everything was going on there. Look, overall though, you know, it was a tough run. Eric was closing, and there was no shadow of a doubt. You know, Rob was coming, Tony was coming as well. Then you hit the back markers and Nick's show and all that coming towards that corner. What did you think going down into that corner? What was the plan? Did you have a plan thinking, I've got 7 cars here, where am I going to go?
Absolutely not. I was in the voice chat saying, "Hey guys, I'm right here. Please let me through." None of them moved, and I figured none of them would move because they were all fighting for position. Yep. So went on the outside, and turned out that worked. I saw Nick go on the inside, or no, not Nick, Eric go on the inside, and I was like, "Oh, there's P1. I just lost it." And then he waited for me, and yeah, that was I patroned and a saint for that one. But yeah, that was scary going into that turn.
Yeah, I can imagine it was, because you had the 4 guys behind, the 3 guys in front who were fighting, and it just must have been a little bit of, where am I going to go here? I wouldn't have known which way to go either, to be blatantly honest. I think I would have just sat there. But then, of course, Tony come in and caused his own little bit of a outbraked himself. I did say to him, you got it right for 58 minutes, and then on 59 it just kind of all went a bit wrong. But, you know, a great victory for you as well, keeping you in that championship hunt.
Thank you. Yeah, after last race, I really needed that one. Last race was not my best showing. This one was slightly better.
Yes, and
so,
now we go
yeah,
on to Laguna Seca in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, Laguna, the worst track. Hate that place.
No, stop it. Well, you better get out
you know,
practice.
That's definitely gonna happen. I'm excited. The racing's been really good. So, cheers to everybody else in the series for the clean racing, because I definitely didn't make it do the cleanest. And when we were actually racing cleanly, it was incredible. So yeah, cheers to everybody else that's out there with me. So
awesome stuff, Charles. Well, thanks so much for joining us there, bud. Anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, shout out to my girlfriend Miranda for letting me practice so much and not doing chores around the house. Shout out to everybody racing with us, and all the new people that are joining for the first time. It's hectic out there, and shout out to you guys for the great commentary. Yeah,
but you got to admit though, 23 car grid does make it spicy.
It's spicy out there. Yeah, it's definitely ghost pepper level out there.
Yeah, and Yuma there, obviously Tony's over. Says nobody hates Laguna.
Okay, well, I've never gone sub 30 Laguna in real life, so I don't like it. I don't know. It's boring. It's corner straight.
Well, an unpopular opinion by Charles Ho there. I do apologise if anybody come deeply offended in chat there. Charles?
It happens.
Yeah, it does.
Change my mind.
Look forward to catching you in 2 weeks there, buddy, and we'll speak soon, I'm sure.
Thank you. See you guys next week, or
2
week
weeks
after.
Time. Yeah, take care. I love, do you know the best thing about this, Biggles, is the fact that every single person come in and instantly thanked their wife.
Exactly, because, you know, they play the world's dangerous sport. And you can't disagree with your wife, of course. And when your wife and yourself argue, sometimes you make it the last word, but they usually say, "I'm sorry, you're right." Once you're married, that's it, of course. But it's been that, isn't it, James? It's about the family, I think. And James, you know, sleeping on the sofa sometimes when you don't listen to the number one. Of course, behind how they say, but James, behind every great driver is also a fantastic woman. So I think that's the key to success.
Yeah, and my wife knows this as well, right? Because obviously, you know, I'm sat in front of my computer a hell of a lot and broadcasting most of the time as well. So, you know, I fully understand what you know, they give up for me. But it's yeah, I do love the fact that they've all come in and thanked their wife there as well.
Well, yeah, James, of course. So if you got married, right? So it says marriage is when a man and woman become one, but the trouble starts when they try to decide to become one. Which one?
Exactly.
Anyway,
exactly. But there you go. That rounds out 2 nights to mornings or this afternoon's broadcast, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining us in YouTube chat as well. Wait, what? Much appreciated. Angelo as well. Justin, thank you for coming in. Omar, Sandy, Brian has been here from the beginning as well. And a brief hello from, obviously, friend of mine, Craig Jones, from another series, and Yuma for jumping in right at the point where Tony goes and stacks it into Rob Lau into turn 1. So much love from all of us up here in the JPB booth. See you in 2 weeks' time as we go off to Laguna Seca. But for now, guys, as always, take care. Have a great week, and you never know, we might see you on a track sometime. Good night.